Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am still here as promised, and I just wanted to share with you all a update on my life and kind of share with you some things that I've been struggling with recently. I know in the last video I talked a lot about what's been happening in the last many months since I moved to Minnesota and stopped uploading videos. I know I said like things are going well and stuff. I just wanted to share with you guys stuff I'm also struggling with. And then also like some maladaptive coping mechanisms that I've fallen into and that I happen to fall into a lot. Um, and how I'm trying to work through those. Hopefully my experiences can help you out a little bit, but I just want to share with you guys so hopefully someone out there can hear and find this as reassuring or what have you. But I think first I'll talk about just in general what's going through my mind. Well, my job is going pretty well, but I've been struggling with just like how that job is going to be paying for life in the future. Me and Nick have been like trying to coordinate on how we're going to change our jobs so that we can pay for our future and like any responsibilities we might have in the future. So right now I'm making $23 an hour as a mental health practitioner, and I recently asked for like a raise and I wrote this long email, and then she was like, "Oh, like I think this pay reflects your experience and your role and everything." And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll wait until the year mark. But I've also found other jobs out there that pay like $30 an hour. And I just really am hesitant to switch jobs right now. I feel like I'm like comfortable where I'm at. It's mostly just the pay that I'm like, will this be a long term thing? And I want to like kind of take opportunities as they come, and this was an opportunity that I found, and I just don't know where to go with it. So the maladaptive coping mechanism that kind of is paired with that is just like avoiding thinking about it and just avoidance in general. Like I feel like I've been delaying the application process. I've done like little bits and pieces of it, but I don't want to actually submit it, which is kind of like stupid on my part, I feel like, because I think there really isn't a big issue with it until I found out whether I got it or not, and then I have to make the hard decision. But really, this application part is not really like what's so hard about it. Like, I don't have to switch if I don't want to. Anyway, that's one of those things. And I think making this video is kind of helping me process that a little bit and just like what I need to do, because it's hard for me to want to leave my job when I enjoy working with my coworkers and everything. So it's just, yeah, I don't know. I really like where I work right now. It's just, I don't think it's financially sustainable. Um, but I've only been working there for like, what is it now? Like 9 months or something. So really, I should wait until the year mark, but we'll see. Um, I know that Nick has also been trying to figure out like what he wants to do. We talked about school, we talked about like a different job as well. I think he's almost in the same boat as me, where it's like he wants to keep working at the job he's currently at. I think he's invested a lot there, and it's important for him to like see everything through. And he also feels like since he's an assistant manager there, basically does a lot of manager duties too. Like things will kind of fall apart after he's gone. And I mean, based on all the stories I've heard, that seems to be true, because when he's not there for even like a few days, it's like he comes back to a mess. But anyway, I think we both have a lot of things to kind of figure out. as it relates to jobs, and that's been kind of running through my mind a lot. But also, I don't know what's been going on with my memory recently, but it feels like either I'm in a daze or like I'm not able to remember like things in the moment. Mostly it's very short term memory stuff, but I kind of was like, oh, this is normal, but it seems to be getting like a little bit worse, and I'm not sure why or like what's happening. So, like, for an example, there was this time at work where we were putting away these meals, and there was this one meal I was like gonna put into the client fridge instead of, staff fridge, because we just hold on to meals that are going to be served and then we put it into their fridge when it's leftovers. But this was something we hadn't served yet. So another worker was like, oh, we should hold on to that. Otherwise, they'll be like, why is this in our fridge? It's not a leftover. We haven't even eaten this yet. So I put it on the counter. And then, like, a minute later, I was like, gonna bring it to the client fridge. And she was like, no, that's the one I just said we need to wait for. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I knew that. And then I did it again, like, a minute later as well. I was just like, what is going on? Like, there are brain fart moments, but then there's just like, wow, that was really, really like kind of dumb. I don't know. Not dumb, but like just in general, not all present, if that makes sense. And then also when I'm like running groups at the mental health facility that I'm at, sometimes I feel like my words put together in sentences just don't make sense. And I'm like, what did I just say? I don't know if that makes sense. These people are listening to me like I know what I'm talking about, and I don't even know what I'm talking about. So there's that. I also tend to stumble over my words a lot more recently. I don't know why. It's just like something that's been happening that I've noticed, and I'm like, is this related to like mental health stuff? Am I like stressed out? Is it like a memory issue that's related to like being switching from mania to depression so many times throughout my life? Because I know that's a thing. I don't know all the science behind it, but something about the hippocampus shrinking when you're depressed, and then when you go straight into mania, it doesn't recover fully like it might for other people. So there's stuff like that that I'm like kind of worried about, but hopefully it isn't like super bad. I don't know. But I've just been really going through the motions of everything in my life right now, doing basically the same thing every day, and my weekends aren't really busy either. But yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of it is just doing what I have to do and then wanting to do more, but not having the energy to do more. So that's another thing that I have to get on, is like being a little more active even when I'm a little bit tired, like boosting my energy levels by taking the initiative to, go for a walk, go work out, or like do something other than look at my phone or the computer or something like that, because that just like drains energy. And just, doesn't feel good once you like stop. You're just like, whoa, like that was too much screen time. Anyway, um, but I think in general, I've been like, as a hobby or free time, I've been watching shows, and I've also kind of done a lot of crocheting, and I've kind of made it into this little side business thing. I'll like share more about that later in another video, but I have a lot of coworkers asking me to make them stuff, and this started when I started wearing my leg warmers that I crocheted myself like a few years back, and I wear them to work sometimes now that it's winter, and they're like, oh, those are so cool, can you make me some? And then like I'm making hats and sweaters now. So that's kind of just like a side business that I'm doing, and I'm like looking to get that kind of like off the ground, if you will. So I'll see about that. But also there's this whole other thing where my brother may be helping me make a website, but we'll see. I really want to kind of investigate other hobbies in my life and kind of spend more time doing them instead of throwing a lot of time away into gaming and like doing things that are less creative, because like while gaming can be a good like decompressing activity or what have you, like just like something to relax, it doesn't really stimulate the mind and it doesn't really make you feel accomplished in the way that I feel like I want to feel after doing an activity. So like yeah, that's a thing. But I know that I'm kind of just talking and rambling at this point, but I feel like those are the main things that I've been struggling with recently, is just like the whole job situation and figuring out what I'm doing next, say in the next year or so, and then also like what I'm doing with my free time. So, yeah, my dog over there is having a wonderful time. But yeah, I think in these next few days and weeks, I really have to figure out what I want to do and also spend some time with my family. I do have some time off from work in December to really spend time with them and, let loose a little bit, stop being so like stressy about all these things. But I think that'll really help with my mood. And yeah, I guess that's just a reminder to take a break sometimes, even when, or especially when you're going through the motions of life and just, doing what you have to do to get by, sort of thing. Anyway, I am going to end the video with saying I am hopeful that I will figure these things out and that the next time I make a video, I will be having a good time with my family, and hopefully I'll provide updates on everything that's going on then. But yeah, I will let you guys in on my crocheting shenanigans in the next video. See you guys.